Joke. A thing that someone says to cause amusement or laughter, especially a story with a funny punchline. This has been used for centuries as a way of lightening the mood or entertaining groups of people. It's why stand-up comedians do so well on the circuit. Now, over the years on YouTube, we have all seen people make jokes and go to court, going so far as to being appointed an anti-Semite. Then there are others who have used Twitter many years ago, when Twitter was just a case of writing out "I like toast," to make edgy remarks regarding sex. Those people, because of the positions of privilege they are now in or were in, subsequently lost their jobs, which has caused a bit of an uproar because some people like Guardians of the Galaxy. And if you're going to be consistent and defend one person's right to speak freely, then of course, and tell a joke that is, then of course you have to defend the other person's regardless of their beliefs. I think I was somewhat obvious with the two people I was specifying with that description. The reason I mention this is because of a recent case that took place in British Columbia, where a sexual, quotes, dad joke by a Burnaby Safeway employee sparked a human rights complaint. Naturally, for this, there is context, and context is in all cases important regardless of the Scottish court's decision to ignore context and just make it up as they went along, which is a damning statement for Scottish politics in general, really. Now, the complaint was dismissed, but that does not stop Brianne Duke from continuing to complain about this injustice. So, Brianne Duke was shopping at the Kensington Square Safeway in North Burnaby in October 2017. It's taken this long for this to even come to light? Wow, you must be really offended. For it to take so long to now get a conclusion and to waste someone's time for so long. When she claims, I'm adding that in because of what you hear later, she was approached by an employee who said he had inappropriate dad jokes to tell her, according to the December the 11th tribunal ruling. Ah, so it's taken just under a month for you to actually publish an article on this. It must have been a dry day for you. She said the employee had then told her a number of jokes of a sexual nature. The incident sparked a complaint letter to Sobeys West Inc., which owns the Safeway store. Well, these jokes must be very bad. And we must of course take the letter seriously, and all employers should. I think we can all agree here. Minimum wage employees have to act like the best actors that care what customers think all the time. And want, of course. I remember working in retail, it was hell. Having to be nice all the time? Yeah, I'm not such a fan of that. But to be honest, I would rather just be honest with them. If they ask me if I know where something is, I'd like to say no instead of actually going with them and looking up and down the entire store for what they're looking. The letter called jokes, quotes, inappropriate and unprofessional, and requested a public apology and a $250 gift card. Ooh, demands. It's like you're holding their reputation hostage, or you're trying to blackmail them for a gift card. How far does a gift card go in your shop anyway? Is $250 Canadian worth much? After getting a description of the culprit, Sobeys investigated, and one of the employees at the store admitted to the incident, but said he had only made one joke of a sexual nature. This is where it gets important, because what he says changes what she claims. In fact, I would not give her the gift card because of it. He explained that he had been cleaning and straightening the spice aisle, at which time he had asked a number of customers and other staff if he could tell them an inappropriate joke, and if they agreed, he asked, what did the prostitutes say when they were late for an appointment? I'm cumin. Oh dear. Referencing the spice cumin that he held up to the individual, stated the tribunal ruling. So first of all, the customer would agree to him saying the joke in the first place. He got consent, and then he told a dad joke. Now, a dad joke, for those that don't know, is an unoriginal or unfunny joke of a type supposedly told by a middle-aged or older man. They are play on words. They're the ones where you hear the sound in your head, wah wah wah. They are cringe. There is one person on my Discord server who loves dad jokes. You know who you are. They are so bad. It's just, it makes my skin crawl. So how someone has managed to take offense to a dad joke after getting consent to even say the joke in the first place, when the joke, even spoken correctly, while a clever play on word for cumin doesn't work because it's pronounced cumin. Unless you're about to tell me Canadians are actually this fucking retarded and pronounce cumin cumin. I should probably look into that. I'm not going to right now though, because fuck that. The employee was subsequently disciplined, according to the ruling, and Sobey sent Duke an email with an apology and an offer to provide a $250 gift card. They gave in to the ransom. They gave in to her demands. Her offense was taken. She must be compensated so that she can use that $250 gift card to buy, I don't know, a week's shopping. After getting, and she accepted it by the way, after getting the gift card and apology, Duke told Sobeys she no longer felt comfortable shopping at the store as long as the employee was working there. Wow. So you got what you wanted, but then decided it wasn't enough because what you've done, you've put yourself into a little box here, because now you have to go back to the store where the person works. Now either that person be moved to another branch if possible, or they be removed from their position entirely. Naturally, the first option isn't reasonable for you because if you go to another branch you might see them again. So they have to be removed from their position entirely. You have to, now that you have dug yourself into this hole, well and truly destroy them for a dad joke. And when you do it, I assume you'd go far enough to go, I wonder if they work somewhere else? Well, if they get another job. I wonder if they end up working somewhere else that I also go to. Well, I'll get rid of them from there as well because that's the kind of mentality I have because I'm a freaking child. It's a sorry state of affairs when people go out of their way to tear people down from basic rate jobs because they didn't like something they said and because they made it uncomfortable. They got consent for the joke. You heard the crappy joke. You then got so offended, you made demands to the company that that person be disciplined, you get an apology, and you get a gift card. You got it. But then you decided, yes, but now I've got to go back there and risk seeing them where they might apologize to me in person, which is what I believe would more than likely happen anyway. I certainly would do that myself. And I also want to make a point here. The company was right to discipline because there's a certain professionalism people like to maintain, so I get that, but since he got permission to tell the joke, this is silly. She then filed the human rights complaint alleging the Safeway employee's behaviour amounted to discrimination on the basis of sex contrary to the BC Human Rights Code, which upon reading the Human Rights Code with regards to sex discrimination is absolute bullshit. She no longer feels she can safely access the store without being sexually harassed. Right. So it's not because you know you've put yourself in a position where you're going to have to see that person again, which is exactly what it is. You're just using sexual harassment and the British Columbia Human Rights Code as a shield. And rightly so, the tribunal member Catherine McCreary dismissed this, with her saying, well not quoted as saying, the employee's behaviour may have been sex discrimination, which it was not, it was a crap joke about prostitutes, but Sobeys appeared to have dealt with Duke's complaint as soon as possible with a view to resolving the issue. She also noted that Duke had called for further measures only after Sobeys had already acquiesced to her initial request or given in to her basic blackmailing demands, with her quoted as saying it does not further the purposes of the code to encourage a complainant to increase what is sought after they receive what they initially ask for. We just call that a shifting of the goalposts. People know they can get something, so now what they're doing is they're trying to test the water to see how much more they can get. Most people will do that because the option is available. If you can take liberties, take liberties. That's what people do, because they're snakes. Or Slytherins, you're all Slytherins. Yes. Congratulations, apparently you're one of the woke people. I personally don't think Sobeys should have given in just yet, or as soon as they did. I do think the employee should have been disciplined because of the joke, but only because it's a dad joke, and dad jokes are bad. In fact, the man should be chastised publicly for telling a dad joke. Do I need to bring back my 2018 sarcasm sign for that? Anyway, before I finish, tonight, 9:30 PM GMT, over on the Cthulhu-Kin and Friends show channel link below, I will be doing a weekly political recap with Trups. I think the subject will have to be Brexit, and the still ongoing government shutdown in the US. I assume Pelosi and Schumer are doing stupid shit again. Anyway, I hope everyone has a lovely Thursday the 10th of January, and thank you all for listening.